So I don't want to get too redundant with our gambling segments, but the one thing that I want to try to find when looking at potential futures, prop bets, what have you, are legitimately good odds. And I try to focus on Detroit-based teams because that's our lane here. And I feel like I know these teams better than any other team. And last week I talked about the fact that with Chase DeLauder getting red hot after his initial first week, that the odds for Kevin McGonigle being Rookie of the Year, you probably wanted to get them now because they were probably going to be, the odds were probably going to become more and more likely as we got deeper into the campaign. But one thing I found that stunned me is that on FanDuel, and you can do this on FanDuel, go to the Sportsbook app, and you can find it there, is that you can bet on teammates to win individual awards. And the one that I found that I thought was nice and juicy from an odds standpoint, Tarik Skubal, American League Cy Young, Kevin McGonigle, American League Rookie of the Year, bet them together, that is plus 950. Really good value, because when you break it down and look, gamble responsibly, I'm not guaranteeing anything. This is simply just kind of based on the evidence that I see before me as a Tiger fan. Tarik Skubal is almost, no such thing as a guarantee, almost a lock to be a top 3 pitcher in the American League. Like, the odds of him winning the American League Cy Young for the third year in a row are relatively high. We go into every Tarik Skubal start saying to ourselves, this guy is the best pitcher in the world. And if he can continue to prove that the way he has over the last few years, that's one half of this kind of parlay that you got here with these two guys going. And then with McGonigle, you have a guy who started the year on the major league team. And that does matter because he's going to get the consistent reps. Wins above replacement is a cumulative statistic, and if he plays a full 150, 160 game slate, we could be talking about a 4-WAR player, and he's going to have the counting totals, right, over a season with 15 to 20 home runs, with hopefully 60, 70 plus RBIs. You get to the end of the season, and you compare him to some of the other rookies, DeLauder being the exception, but some of the other rookies who maybe didn't start the year on their big league rosters, maybe didn't get called up to the middle of the season. McGonigle is going to have a noticeable head start just based on the fact that, I mean, the guy had 4 hits in his first game. Like, that's 4 more hits than a lot of these guys are going to have before we get to the months of May, June, July, because they haven't even been called up yet. I feel like at plus 950 for those two guys, I mean, I think both of them are likely to probably be top 3 in their individual categories. You take a future bet on them each winning those awards at plus 950, I think that's going to be a really good draw. So go to the FanDuel app, check that out. Tarik Skubal, Kevin McGonigle, plus 950. Skubal to win the American League Cy Young. Kevin McGonigle to win the American League Rookie of the Year. As we get deeper into the season, and this will be something that I want to talk about with Dingler at some point, we'll get to All-Star odds, and I do want to discuss that because I think that Dingler, even though we spent a whole segment talking about him, the possibility of him this year starting the All-Star game with Cal Raleigh getting off to a so-so start and Alejandro Kirk getting injured have gone way up. That may be something to keep an eye on because I still feel like Dingler is sort of a hidden gem that we know about here in Detroit, but the rest of the league might not know about yet. Hopefully they'll find out soon.